So hello everyone, today we are starting with the chapter metals and non-metals from the book Lakshmi Singh Manjeet Kaur of class 10th, and this is chemistry part 2. So here we will see all the questions answer one by one, line wise. Okay, so let's start with the very shorts first. Very short say we will go to long and very long also, and short also. So yeah, let's see. First of all, name one metal and one non-metal which exist in liquid state at room temperature. Its answer is on. So the answer is, for metals you have to write mercury, which is a liquid metal, and for non-metals you have to write bromine. Bromine is a liquid. Okay, bromine is a liquid non-metal. So here it is written bromine. Okay, so bromine and mercury are the answers. Now from next question we are having, wait a second. Yes, so the next question is, why are metals called electropositive elements whereas non-metals are electronegative elements? So here on the page 103 we get the answer. Metals are known as the electropositive elements because they can form positive ions by losing electrons, whereas non-metals are known as electronegative elements because they can form negative ions by gaining electrons. So this is the answer. Metals are known as electropositive elements because they can form positive ions by losing electrons, and non-metals are the elements which form non-metals are known as the electronegative elements because they can form negative ions by gaining electrons. Now next question number 3rd ka A, that is, name the most abundant metal in the earth's crust. So its answer is aluminium. The most abundant metal in the earth's crust is aluminium. Now next question, name the most abundant non-metal in the earth's crust. The most abundant non-metal in the earth's crust is oxygen. Okay, here it is written oxygen. Now next question is, name one metal which has low melting point. Low melting point wala metal. It is asked metal or non-metal. It is metal, right? Here in the notes you can see that gallium and cesium have very low melting points. These two metals, and here also it is asked metals, have very low melting points. So it is, these two metals will melt if we keep them on our palm. So we can write any one, either gallium or cesium. Okay. Coming on to the next one, it is name the metal which is the poorest conductor of heat. One metal which is the poorest conductor of heat, that is, I think, again I have to find in the notes. You can see that which is the poorest conductor of heat ना, heat के लिए wait a second. Okay, so I got the answer. It is, the poorest conductor of heat among the metals is lead. Okay, the poorest conductor of heat among the metals is lead. Next is state whether the following statement is true or false. Non-metal react with dilute acids to produce a gas which burns with a pop sound. Is it true or false? So I probably think it is false, and let us just check it. Let us just revise its answer. Yes, it is false. It is written over there in the answers. Okay, now let's come to the question number 7. Its answer is also available backside. From the amongst the metals sodium, calcium, aluminium, copper and magnesium, name the metal which reacts with water only on boiling. So it is aluminium, and another which does not react even with steam. So its answer is also mentioned backside. If the answers are it is copper. Okay, aluminium and copper. So if the answers are mentioned backside, you know, you are like not needed to find them anywhere else, right? So yeah, First was aluminium and second was copper. Aluminium, which reacts with water only on boiling, and copper even does not react with steam. Okay, so the next question is what changes the color of iron nails and copper sulfate solution do you observe after keeping the nails dipped in the copper sulfate solution? What do you observe? For about 30 minutes. So the answer is iron nail gets covered with a red brown coating of copper metal. The blue color of copper sulfate solution fades gradually. Okay, this is the answer mentioned backside. So next question is, what is aqua regia? Name two special metals which are insoluble in common reagents but dissolve in aqua regia. So aqua regia answer, it is here. It is most asked question, I think. Here, aqua regia is the Latin word for royal water, and it is a freshly prepared mixture of concentrated hydrochloric acid plus concentrated nitric acid in the ratio of 3:1. And next question, what is asked? Name two special metals which are insoluble in common reagents but dissolve in aqua regia. Its answer should be, I think, it is not mentioned here, so we have to find it in the book itself. So here is the whole information. I think its answer should be aqua regia can dissolve all metals. For example, aqua regia can dissolve even gold and platinum metals. I don't know what should be the answer. If you know, please comment it down. Write it down in the comment box, comment section. And moreover, I'm trying to find it. But yeah, it is name two special metals. It's asked that name two special metals which are insoluble in common reagents. हाँ, तो फिर इसका आंसर, its answer is gold and दूसरा कौन सा था? It was gold and, here it is written यार, platinum. Okay, yes. So next is give the names and formula of two acidic oxides and two basic oxides. So it's the 10th question, names and formula of two acidic and two basic oxides. Here it is. Aluminium oxide behaves as basic oxide. So first example of basic oxide is 2Na2O, like Na2O, and second example of basic oxide is K2O, and as well as first example of acidic oxide is it is I can't find acidic oxide over here. So yeah, that you can comment me, or I will just comment it down in the comment. Okay, wait. I'm trying to find it, but it is not like मिल नहीं रहा है. So yeah, you will have to write it in the comment section, else I will write it later on in the comment section. Okay. Next question is, name two metals which form amphoteric oxides. इससे पहले ये वाला भी है. What is the name given to those metal oxides which show basic as well as acidic behavior? Obviously amphoteric oxides. ठीक है, its answer should also be given here. Yes, it is given. It is amphoteric oxides. 11th answer you can see here. Right. So now next question, as we are there, 12th question, name two metals which form amphoteric oxides. So it is, I think, 12th question, and its answer should be aluminium and zinc. Okay, aluminium and zinc form amphoteric oxides. Now next question is, a copper coin is kept immersed in a solution of silver nitrate for some time. What will happen to the coin and the color of the solution? So the coin will get coating of silver metal, the color of solution will turn blue. Okay, it's the answer. Now next question is question number 14th. 14th question says, which property of copper and aluminium makes them suitable for making cooking utensils and boilers, for making electric wires? First of all, for making cooking utensils, you will have to write it that they have a high thermal conductivity, and B ka high electrical conductivity. Okay. Now next is question number 15, which says, write the names and formulas of a metal hydride and a non-metal hydride. So a metal hydride is like wait, sodium hydride is the name of a metallic hydride, whereas hydrogen sulfide is the name of a non-metallic hydride. Okay, so NaH and H2S is the answer. So here we have completed 15 questions. For next question, please subscribe to our channel. We will do them in the part 2, and till then, goodbye.